Hello, soul family. I love you all. Hope everyone's having an amazing day today. I'm going to make a real quick video just breaking down visualization and how important that visualization is when it comes to magic and also when it comes to like evoking and invoking spirits. So, visualization is one of the like a very, very important part of practicing magic. And what's happening whenever you're doing these visualizations, you're literally tapping into the higher, less dense realms of existence, and you're creating forms that will be able to eventually trickle down and manifest down here into the physical realm. So, when you're visualizing, you're tapping into the etheric realm, the astral realm, the mental realm. You're creating these forms and images and thought forms and stuff in much higher realms. And the more energy that you feed to these visualizations, and the better and easier that it is for you to visualize, the easier and more powerful that your magic will be. So I'm going to give you a few little techniques to use to work on your visualization and to help it actually become much stronger. And we're going to start out with like a little technique where you're actually just not creating the mental image, but you're allowing your mind to be able to hold this image. So take an item, any item. It can be a pen, vape, remote, booklet. It can be anything. Just take an item and set it out on a table in front of you. And try to make sure there's not much else on the table so that you can really focus on this item. And I want you to scry into the item. So don't just look at it, like deeply stare into this item. Because what you're going to try to do after scrying into this item for a couple minutes, you're going to close your eyes and hold that image within your mind's eye for as long as you can. So, you'll start out and you'll be looking at this thing, and then you'll close your eyes, and if you don't practice visualization much, that image will be there for a split second, and then it'll fade away to nothing. And you'll start having other visions or things or images come up in your mind's eye. But the more that you actually practice this, the stronger your visualization becomes, and the more easy it is for you to visualize and be able to give these etheric and astral forms to your magic, and it will help you tremendously. And do this and practice it often, multiple times a day if you can. And you want to start out getting up to 5 minutes being able to hold that image, then work your way up to 10 minutes and 15. The longer that you can hold this image in your mind's eye, the more powerful your consciousness is and the more powerful your magic will be. There's another technique that I do, and I connect this to the elements. So what you do is, this is where you're actually going to allow your creative mind to start to work and to visualize without having an item to go off of. You know what I'm saying? And I do this with the elements. And I always go through the Kabbalistic worlds in the order that it goes in, from fire to water to air to earth. So visualize, close your mind, close your eyes, and visualize fire dancing and waving in the wind. And you want to really pull that image into like the center of your mind's eye. Imagine a candle or a big fireplace or whatever. And you want to tap into the expansive energies of that too. You want to feel the fire, feel your body becoming warm from it. And get that within your mind's eye. You may start out where you can only see the image as like a still shot, and eventually you'll get to a point where you can see full live action as if you're playing a movie behind your eyelids. It's beautiful. And do this with each of the elements, the water. So imagine the fluidity of water. Imagine that you actually are at a lake and you throw a pebble out into the water. Watch it ripple out, creating all the waves traveling outward. And just use these visualizations to not only to tap into the elemental energies, but also just to build your mind's eye and to make it stronger. There's many different rituals within ceremonial magic where your visualization is actually what gives form for these spiritual entities to come down and fill up. So let's see, in the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, you visualize yourself growing, to a point to where the earth is beneath your feet and the star is above your head, like the universal star, like the grand monad or something is above your head. And you draw that light down through your body and then across your body. And then you visualize the pentagrams in flaming blue, in blue flames, basically. And then you go around with the archangels. You visualize Raphael with the caduceus, Gabriel with the chalice, Michael with the sword, or the sword coming out of the mouth, and Uriel with either two stouts or things of wheat, or I actually visualize Uriel as a woman, a feminine energy with scythes, either two scythes crossing or just a single scythe. And then Metatron and Sandalphon with their corresponding Sephira that are connected to it. But you're visualizing all this stuff around you, and what is happening is you're giving the etheric and astral form through the visualization for the spiritual energies or spiritual entities to come and feel. That's a big part that most people miss when it comes to spiritual evocation. They go into these rituals expecting something just fully manifest in front of them without them really having to give anything for it to manifest through. And that's why you have all these, like throughout the Goetia and stuff, they have each individual spirit will have an image that is directly connected to it. And the reason a bunch of them will have multiple different types of images is because it gives that spirit different forms to manifest for you as. And so when you're doing your evocation, you need to be doing a visualization ahead of time for the spirit to come take form in. Once you actually give the visualization in like your scrying mirror or above the smoke of your censer or something like that, you're giving the etheric and astral form for that spirit to feel, or that energy or entity to actually feel and come alive and be able to communicate and work with you. But visualization is very important when it comes to any sort of magical practices. And, I think that it's very important that all of us really continue to train our minds and our consciousness to be able to visualize much easier. Because once you're able to visualize things very strongly within your mind's eye, it takes your game up a whole nother level, and it really gives you many more experiences that you can experience spiritually, and it gives you a much stronger manifestation when it comes to manifesting things within your life. I think that's just about all I want to do on this video. I'll probably come back and touch on this subject again later on, but if any of you have any questions, thoughts, or anything, just leave them down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Let's build up this channel. I'm doing this literally just to get what I know in my head that I've had for these past few years. About 7 years, but these past 7 years of this spiritual journey that I've been on, we're really going to be able to, I'm going to get it all out that I can into this channel, and I hope that it helps everybody out a lot. But yes, please like, subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure that you click the bell and click all, or you won't get any notifications for whenever I go live. I'll be going live here really soon and doing more videos that have multiple topics and stuff. I'm going to be doing much longer and more advanced videos, and then hopefully once I'm doing lives. You guys can come in and ask questions, and I'll be able to just help you out as much as possible. But I love you all. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Ad Astra, to the stars. Let's go. Peace.